Barbershop conversation, guys. Feel free, hit the subscribe button. September 28th is going down. Free haircuts. You guys know the routine, man. We giving back to the community. It's going to be a great day. September 28th on Slauson and La Brea in a Wiener Schnitzel parking lot. Slauson and La Brea, all right? And, yeah, man, so my son is back there getting piano lessons, and y'all get to hear my voice. So I got a soundtrack for this video. Anyways, let's delve into it. I just wanted to say this. Andre Ward was the pound for pound best fighter in the world. 1A and 1 Floyd, depending on how you liked it. Lomachenko is nowhere near as good as Andre Ward. Nowhere, man. I don't even like for real. Andre Ward looks at Lomachenko like, yeah, he's good, but he ain't fought nobody. Yeah, he's good, but never fought with pressure at the professional ranks. I've seen every fight from Lomachenko, and is he a good athlete? He's a great athlete. He's a great fighter, but he's not an all-time pound-for-pound best fighter in the world. Would he be the favorite against anyone at 135? Yeah, I told you guys that in videos past. Yes, he's the favorite. But that don't make him like this all-time since Muhammad Ali great. Andre Ward is probably the only level-headed one. Mark Kriegel and Mark Tessitore, whoever does the is it Joe Tessitore? I don't know who it is, but it's the Latin guy. He's a nice guy too. But they're going to go above and beyond and talk about how great Lomachenko is. Andre Ward, you're the last of the Mohicans, man. You got to keep this shit level, man, because if Lomachenko is the best ever, what does that say about Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney? I know they're not there yet, but Lomachenko is going to be around as long as their careers. How are they going to be like the best? And I know you have a great affinity for Shakur Stevenson, and I know this video is going to go over a lot of people's head, and you're not going to fully grasp what I'm saying. But if that's the barometer, and he's probably never going to fight anybody. Being on top rank, there's no one at 135. So you guys understand what I'm saying. He's never going to feel the pressure. He's never going to fight another A-level opponent. And he is the pound-for-pound best fighter in the world. Like, I'm confused. He will never have to fight Kessler. He'll never have to fight Dawson, who was a bad man. You can talk about the weight, but he still fought him. Kovalev 1 and Kovalev 2. Listen, Kovalev, when Andre Ward fought him in November of 16, I believe it was, October of 16, somewhere in there, was the baddest man on the planet, was the biggest of the boogiest man. I mean, it was just like, man, you saw what he did, like with John Pascal. He didn't want to knock him out. He wanted to torture him, you know, and he's done that to a lot of opponents. And what Andre Ward did, got knocked down in the first round, and then went on to probably win 8, 9 of the next 11 rounds, somewhere in there. I don't know what it was, but it was a very contentious fight. Thank God Andre Ward won. And then to do what he did round 6 or round 7, I don't know, with a body shot, 3 body shots in a row, if I remember correctly. And Tony Weeks was the ref? I still have that picture in my head. Correct me if I'm wrong. If it was not Tony Weeks. And it was just beautiful, man. It was flat out beautiful. And for him to go out like that, I thought it was phenomenal. Michael Jordan with the steal. On Karl Malone, right? Was that his last one? The steal on Karl Malone. Splash. Pull up jump shot on Byron Russell. Splash. And he says peace, but comes back and plays for the Washington Wizards. You know, the fan in me doesn't want Michael Jordan to retire, but the realistic man in me says you should retire after that shot. You understand what I'm saying? I believe that was the year. But, you know, I just take exception to people calling Lomachenko an all-time great. He's only fought one opponent. Salido did his thing, but he wasn't an A-level opponent. Gary Russell was the only A-level opponent on his resume. Let me see if I'm right. And I'm not discrediting Vasyl Lomachenko. I'm not saying he's a bad fighter. I'm not saying I'm not going to bet on him. That's not what I'm implying. So people are going to misinterpret what I'm saying. He's 13-1. Dog, let's go. Dude. Jose Ramirez, Orlando Salido, Gary Russell, Sarima Takum, Guillermo Rolumo, Roman. Okay, here's where you guys remember. Roman Martinez, a good journeyman. Nicholas Walters, hasn't fought since, I don't think. Jason Sosa, a good fighter, durable fighter. Miguel Mariaga, he pulled him up in weight. Guillermo Rigondeaux pulled him in weight. Linares, best years was behind him. He knocked him down, but best years are behind him. You know, he got skin issues. He cuts easy. Pedraza, honestly, no disrespect to Pedraza, but you know, he's a tough competitor, as Floyd would say, tough competitor. Corolla, Luke Campbell. You get what I'm saying? So where's the pressure? Where's the like? And see, it sounds awkward when I say this about Lomachenko. I'm not getting on Lomachenko. I'm just talking about the fact that we're just giving this guy everything. We're just handing him the keys to the house. We're handing him our boxing inheritance. It's not fair. It's not right. You understand? How about Pernell Whitaker, who's never, ever going to get the historical credit that he deserves? Salvador Sanchez will never, ever get the respect historically that he deserved. Aaron Pryor, Donald Curry, you know what I mean? Evander Holyfield. You understand what I'm saying? He can't be the best fighter since Muhammad Ali. I take exception to that. You're basically calling me dumb. You're basically saying I have no heightened intellectual integrity as it relates to the sport of boxing if Lomachenko is the best thing since Muhammad Ali. He basically has the same resume as Mike Tyson. He hasn't fought a Deontay Wilder. He hasn't fought a Roberto Duran at 35. He hasn't a Deontay Wilder type at 135. He hasn't fought a true slick black fighter. Gary Russell wasn't really a slick black fighter then. He was more of I'm going to throw 100 punches around at 100 miles an hour. Now he's a little better. So he caught Gary Russell at the right time. And, you know, I think Gary Russell would beat him at 130. If they could meet at 130, I think Gary Russell would beat him. You know? But I'll say this, man. And if they would have called the knockdown, he would have won. That was a knockdown. Gary Russell hit that nigga, and that was a knockdown, dog. Go watch the fight. See, all this shit comes into play. So I just say this, man. Andre Ward, don't utter them words, man. Like, it's like, how can you hand him, how are you making him the father of your boxing household? If you're calling him the pound for pound best fighter in the world and historically great, which Joe Tessitore and who else? They're all going to say that Saturday night. He's historically great. We ain't seen nothing like it. We've never seen. Timothy Bradley's going to get on this stump speech, but Andre Ward, he's not that good, Andre Ward, historically speaking. He's not even in the top 50, historically speaking. Is he better than Roberto Duran? Roberto Duran is not even in the top 10. Is he better than Salvador Sanchez? Salvador Sanchez is never going to get the respect. If you really want to talk about some, I'm drawing a blank on his name, but the crazy one at 126 that Manny Pacquiao never fought. Damn, I'm trying to think of his name. He was 27-0 with 27 knockouts. I'm drawing a blank. He wasn't even better than him. Think about that shit. Come on, y'all. The wild kid. What's the wild kid with all that power at 126? I can't think of the kid's name, man. 130, 126, 130, somewhere down there. Out of New Mexico or down south somewhere. Damn, he had crazy power. I think it was 27-0 with 27 knockouts. Anyhow, and I'm on Andre Ward's side, but he got to speak up, dog. It's no way. No way. Like, I'm watching this shit, listening to this week, man, and everyone on there, media members who can't even afford a trip to the UK to promote him or talking about he's the best. How about you spend your money and go promote the fight? Go get on the airplane and promote the fight. If he's that good, he's that great, save your money. You don't even think he's that great. At least I go support the fighters I believe in. I went and I told Errol Spence to his face, I think you're going to be great one day. That's the only reason why I'm covering the old Campo fight. I lost money on that fight. Had a great time in Dallas, don't get me wrong. I lost money on the fight. You know what I mean? Just keeping it real. I'm going to every Deontay Wilder fight as long as I have no family obligations or no serious work obligations. You know what I mean? How about y'all go support Lomachenko? He's the all-time great, but you're not getting on the plane to show your all-time support. They don't even spend money, dog. They don't even spend money. All these people calling him great. Media won't even spend any money. I don't see nobody. My timeline is just dead. It ain't coming down with all these Lomachenko videos because why? They not supporting him. Andre Ward. Lomachenko can't even tie your shoe. What would Lomachenko do get knocked down in the first round? What would Lomachenko do? He wouldn't do what you did, Andre Ward. I'm just being real. He won't do it. Andre Ward is, that I've seen, I'm going to be safe and say top 15 all time I've seen in my life. I don't go beyond people that I've never saw, right? But he's an all-time great. He's up there with the Larry Holmes and you know what I mean. He's in that group me, like the Larry Holmes, Spinks at cruiserweight. You know what I mean. He's in that realm. But Pernell Whitakers, the Roy Jones, the Floyd Mayweathers, those were like elite, like special athletes. Salvador Sanchez, those are like elite of the elite. Andre Ward is like in the second tier to me, but he's an all-time great in my era of boxing. I'm not going back down to Ray Robinson and all them guys because I didn't see him with my own eyes. All right. And just think about how we were robbed of all these all-time great. Meldrick Taylor, if he beat Chavez the first time, he's an all-time great. If Pernell Whitaker, if they give him the decision in Houston, in Texas against Chavez, he's an all-time great, but he gets the money, he gets the paydays. Kind of like Andy Ruiz is getting the payday against Anthony Joshua. So we got to start keeping it real, keeping it to the core, and start respecting us before we get, like I said in my last video, don't ever give another man a compliment or a positive adjective that you won't give your best friend or yourself. Lomachenko is not an all-time great yet. Was he 13-1? 13-1? 13? Oh. Barbershop conversations. Andre Ward. Don't give him this credit because if you say it, it's going to give these casual fans like, oh yeah, Lomachenko must be good because Andre Ward said it. Don't do that to your career because if you call him an all-time great, they're going to immediately jump him ahead of you. I'm just saying. Andre Ward, I've never seen you lose at anything. I repeat, Andre Ward, I've never seen you lose at anything in my life. In my life, I've never seen you lose. I've only seen you on the floor one time in my life and you got up and won the fight. You know that gospel song, We Fall Down, But We Get Up. That's you, Andre Ward, against Kovalev 1. Ward fell down, but he got up. Barbershop conversations, man. Somebody send this video to Andre Ward, man, because I don't want to hear that come out of his mouth because that honestly will make me feel a certain type of way. Not mad at Andre Ward, but for him to give him the credit when Andre Ward has done far more. There's no way Lomachenko can beat a Kovalev at 130, a Kovalev type at 135. No way. No way. No way. No way he can do it. Barbershop conversations, man. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.